What's up, gamers? Welcome back to Bono's Gaming. I'm here to talk tonight about the RG35XX H from Anbernic, this brand new device that they just kind of announced out of nowhere, and I have some thoughts on it. I wanted to watch a brief trailer really quick with you all and just go over. You can see here that this is about to go on sale as of the recording of this video. The pre-orders start in about 7 hours, and I think what we have here could be a real hit for Anbernic if they can get one piece of the puzzle figured out. I want to go over that today, so let's get into it. Alright, so I want to watch this one quick little promo trailer that they put out just to kind of see this device in motion and see what it's all about. You can see the black version there, which I think looks absolutely stellar. There's also a transparent purple and a transparent white. It has all the bells and whistles we've come to expect from Anbernic. You can see here that they've taken a lot of their design choices from the RG35XX Plus, put them here, like that volume rocker looks exactly the same. I think we have the glossy buttons again. Start and select are obviously a little different, and the function button or the menu button, whichever one you want to look at that as, is on top. That looks like it might be a little bit weird to push because that's usually the hotkey you hold to do saves and loads, but maybe it won't be too bad. I do think if I were going to go with one of the transparent colors, I would probably go with the purple, but if I were really going to buy one of these, I would be picking up the black. This is plastic, it is not a metal case, and that should help it be really light and really pocketable. Of course, we have 2 TF card slots on the bottom, one for your OS and one, of course, for extra ROMs. You can probably load this up with as many games as you would want or ever be able to play. And there's that name, the Anbernic RG35XX H. It's just, I wish they could come up with easier names for these things, but it is what it is. And here are those specs, and what you're seeing here is literally the exact same specs as the recently announced, as of the end of November 2023, they announced the RG35XX Plus, which was the successor to the RG35XX, which I really loved. And I thought they fixed a lot of things about that. When I saw that promo, I was like, oh great, we got Wi-Fi, we got a faster processor, we got probably a better speaker. Like there were just these little things that they fixed. I thought, man, this is going to be the device to have. And so I ordered one. And then literally a month later, they announced this. And if I could go back in time, I think I would have not bought the Plus and waited for the H, because the Plus has the power to play these 3D games, but no joysticks, and this has the joysticks, and I think it just looks really good. And so I'm a little bit annoyed that they didn't announce these at the same time so people could choose, because some people are going to like that vertical handheld experience and other people want the horizontal candy bar type experience. I enjoy both, but for what this processor seems to be able to do, I would rather have joysticks. And I'm guessing there are probably a lot of other people who would like that as well. And so it's a little annoying that they did this way. And that brings me to my next point. I have not reviewed yet the 35XX Plus. I've had it, I've been playing it, I've updated the stock firmware, but I have not yet reviewed it because as great as the hardware is and seems to be, and it does seem to be impressive, the software just isn't there. The software, I can't quite put my finger on it, but the software just isn't good. There are just too many bugs, too many things that don't work quite right. And this is going to ship with that same stock firmware, and it's going to be the same experience here that we have on the Plus model. And right now, because this chip is newer to these handhelds and people have only had about a month or two to work with this hardware, there are no custom firmware options yet. And Anbernic is kind of notoriously bad at sharing and letting these volunteer developers develop firmware for their hardware, which is unfortunate because we all saw how much better Garlic OS was than the stock firmware on the original RG35XX. And my personal favorite device of 2023 was the Powkitty RGB30, and the stock firmware with that is GelOS, and it gets updates almost weekly, fixing bugs and in making improvements. The support with that is just incredible, and that's not something we see from Anbernic. So I want to be excited about this thing, and I think if you haven't purchased a Plus or you don't have any handheld yet and you're looking to get into the hobby, this might be a really good first one because it's not going to overwhelm you because you're not going to have 1,000 different options here. But my hope is that as we move forward in the next 3 to 5 months, that there are going to be some really good custom firmware options. I'm really hopeful about Garlic OS 2.0. It is still in alpha, not even in beta yet though, and so I think it's still needs some time in the oven to cook and to bake, but I'm hoping we can get there sooner than later. But I don't know, what do you think of the RG35XX H? Do you wish it had a different name like me? Or do you think it looks absolutely stellar? I think it's a beautiful device, and I have no doubts the hardware is going to be amazing. It's just that software that gives me pause. But let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, all those things, and supporting the channel. Speaking of support, you can support by using the affiliate links down in the description. Stay kind and encouraging out there, and I'll catch you on the flippity flip.